The following program is brought to you in part by Johnny's Radiator Shop. For auto repair and air conditioning parts to fit everything under the sun, visit johnnysradiatorshop.com. All right, Coach. Glad to have you again this morning for the Bow Show, and we're in the second game of the 2020 season. Your team came up a little short against Whitehall in the opening game, but you certainly had some opportunities to score, several of them. It looked like to me your team certainly got some ability. Talk about the Whitehall game.
We knew going in that Whitehall was a very good defensive football team. They had a lot of returning starters on defense from a team that made it to the semifinals with a year under their belt, and they did a really good job of bending but not breaking. We had the ball inside the 5, inside the 20, 4 or 5 times, and only scored once. And you can't do that to win football games. And I thought that we dropped way too many passes. We overthrown balls. We had guys open, and then we just flat out dropped them. When we did have guys open. So got a long ways to go on offense. We talked about that last week. We knew that we were way behind just because of the summer. We didn't get to do much, and now we're trying to play catch up a little bit. But defensively, I thought we played really well. We caused turnovers. They gave us a short field many times, and we just didn't take advantage of it. And special teams was another disappointment. We're breaking in new kickers. We kind of knew it was going to be a competition there, and their first time going out and doing it in a live situation, and I didn't think they handled it very well, but I think they'll improve each week, and they got to improve in a hurry because Stuttgart's a really good football team, and our non-conference schedule is really tough.
What about your running game on offense? How'd you feel about that?
Well, they came out in a different look than we thought they were. We either hit a big play or we had a negative play on the run game. They came out in a 3-3 stack, which we wasn't ready for. They're a forefront team, or been a forefront team for the whole year of last year, and then the first game against Sheridan, and they came out and switched it on us, and we didn't handle it very well. They ended up playing a 3-3 stack, so it was a deal where we either gutted them for a big gain or they hit us in the backfield, and so it was kind of hit or miss in our running game, and a lot of that has to do with we didn't block the right guy. It was something that we wasn't ready for, and we got 3 sophomores playing up there up front, and they had never seen a 3-3 stack before, and Coach Bowling's never ran a 3-3 stack, so it was something that you can do when you got a really experienced defense, and they changed from one week to the other, and honestly we wasn't ready for that, and they have not shown any 3-3 stack, and most of it's been forefront. That's what we worked on all week, and it was really hard to get that fixed with our sophomores who were playing both ways, and you could tell that in the running game.
Well, got that one under your belt, so you do have some experience now with some of your newer kids. Let's talk about Stuttgart. Let's move on to them. That's a somewhat familiar foe that we played the last several years in the early season. So they're usually a pretty good football team. How are they this year?
Oh, they're really good. I mean, this is their class they've been waiting on for a long time, and their sophomore class is probably one of the best classes that's ever come through. Not only in this area but in the state of Arkansas. I mean, they're going to put a lot of sophomores out there. They got a sophomore running back who's every bit of 4.5, 4.4, and he's very dynamic. They got a receiver, number 1, who's also a sophomore, very dynamic, and this is a class. I don't know if they've been beat. I know they were 10-0 in junior high last year, and they played a lot of sophomores who are juniors now, and you could tell by the way they handled Star City last week that they're a much improved football team, and they're probably one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the state of Arkansas right now, and they got the ability to be there at the end, and we got to be ready to play. We got to be able to contain their speed. They got speed everywhere. Defensively, their defensive line, they got 2 sophomore defensive ends that are really good, and they get to the football. They're very physical. They're very big, and this is a class that Coach Price has been waiting on. He's talked about it for years now, and now he's got them, and they got a chance to be really good. They're going to improve each week. They're going to be better, Friday night than they were against Star City, and we know that, and we got to do what we got to do to improve.
Well, what's the mindset of your team after the first game? Are they realize that they got a lot of work to do, but they feel still confident?
Well, we played a really good football team that's going to be there at the end. They were there at the end last year. Their only losses last year was to Pulaski Academy and Little Rock Christian. So we knew going in how tough that game was going to be, especially from an offensive standpoint. And there's a lot of good things that we did on defense, and we just got to take week 1 and improve to week 2 and see where we're at, and then start back over again next week when we play a good Texarkana team. So non-conference is for us to get better. We played a tough non-conference on purpose because we thought with the guys that we had coming back, we had a chance to be a really good football team by week 4. We just wanted to make sure that we went out there and got better each week, and that's what we're planning on doing.
All right, well, Coach, so all of our fans, all the Lumberjack fans will know, what's the ticket situation now for the Stuttgart game?
All right, so today from 1 to 6, this is Wednesday, from 1 to 6, and I don't know about tomorrow. I've not seen the press release, but you can buy them out here at the ticket booth until they're sold out. I think we have plenty left. You will not be able to buy them at the gate. It's going to be hard to get in if you don't have a ticket. You don't want to make that trip to Stuttgart without a ticket, but if you come out here to our ticket booth on the home side, anytime between 1 and 6, you'll be able to purchase them.
Okay, well, we would certainly encourage everybody that does want a ticket and does intend to go to get out here and get those tickets purchased so that they'll be prepared. And we just look forward to being there and seeing how much Lumberjacks can improve this week.
All right, thank you.